start to shift your paradigm and really look at, what am I risking? You're not risking anything. You're risking not doing it.
I try to feel it inside, but the fire that we had's all gone. Sometimes I think about why as the sand in the hourglass runs. I try to keep it in line, maybe I'm just not the one, but you know I would, but you know I would.
Okay, so I'm always talking about representation, who you should have representing you. Tyler Powell is who you want behind you when you have any damage, water, fire damage, huge damage. So we're going to give you a little bit of insight of the insurance world, some hacks. He's also super successful from the Allentown area, and just some gems on life. So here we go.
So what do you want to know? What's the hacks?
You tell us about the hacks.
All right, so
we're having a fire, a huge fire. Why do I call you rather than get the insurance check or get somebody from GC?
So the insurance company, when you have a large insurance loss, the insurance company will send out an adjuster. And what you need to realize is that adjuster works for the insurance company.
Right.
And would you have the IRS do your taxes?
Right.
Right. And so their job is to be friendly and professional and nice and to close the claim as quickly as they can for as little as little amount of money as they can. So, we really believe in trust, and one of our core values is trust. We want to build trust with our people, our clients, and we want to put them in the best possible position they can be after loss, because it's not right for you to pay insurance your entire life and then the one time you need it, it's not right that you don't get what you deserve, right? What you're owed.
Of course.
So
that's huge.
Most people probably don't know what a public adjuster does, but a public adjuster basically is the point of contact with your insurance company. You no longer talk to your insurance company. We handle all the negotiations. We handle all the estimating. We prove all the value that they owe you for your building, for your contents, your personal property. If it's a business, on business income, right? So businesses have insurance for their profits, right? And if your place burns down, you're going to usually have 1 year of business income coverage.
Yep.
We will prove, how to do that. On my personal, one of my businesses actually burnt down, and their first offer to me, good insurance company, was $72,000 for the year, and I closed at $262,000. That's me. And,
you doing your own work.
Yeah.
That's your example.
And if they're going to be able to try and do that to me, what do you think they're going to do to somebody that has no idea?
That's insane.
It's crazy.
That is crazy.
Love the drill.
So you have a few businesses.
Yep.
Sold a few businesses.
Yep.
What is some advice you would give somebody getting there? They're not broke out of college, but they got some money. Where would you lead them?
So
where are you leading your kids?
You got to be thinking about, what I will teach my kids is you have to be thinking about, how can I leverage my resources, the money I have, the time I have, the skills I have, to build cash flow. Building that cash flow to where you can get into where your passive income stream, this is really important, when your passive income stream meets your monthly expenses. So if it takes you $5,000 a month to live, and you have $5,000 in clear, profit coming in from real estate or from whatever, when that meets that equilibrium point, you're retired. You're done. You don't have to work, because what happens? You can control your time.
Wow.
You can say, I want to go to Florida.
You can.
And hang out. That's a big paradigm shift for a lot of people.
It's huge.
And
that's huge.
That is the most important thing that you can do, which is focus on building passive income. And you can build passive income through real estate, through dividends and stocks. There's tons of ways to do it. Build that passive income stream, get it to a point that meets your expenses, and then the rest is history. One of the things that people don't realize is that there's really one commodity in the world. What is it? What do you think it is? There's one thing of value in the world. What is it?
Time.
Yeah.
We spoke about this before, I'm not going to lie.
So, time is what you're trading for a paycheck, right? So you come and work for me, at a restaurant. I'm paying you a certain wage per hour to control your time.
Right.
And the real way to build wealth is to leverage other people's time, to buy their time for cheap, put them in a process that spits out more value. Value's the key word. A process that spits out value, and you're making that spread and doing it again and again and again and again. You got to get 2 deals to pay for somebody to do your mailers, to do your social, to do whatever it is, your LinkedIn, whatever it is of how you want to reach people. It's 2 deals to pay for that person for the year.
Damn. When you put it like that.
You think that person can get you more than 2 deals if you give them the right system to do?
Of course. Why don't I have more people working for me?
This is high level stuff. It's simple, but it's high level stuff.
Yeah.
But people aren't willing to take the risk. They don't have the confidence. They don't have the will to do the things that they want to do. The things that you want to do are rare. And understanding the true function of the process really opens up your eyes to moving forward. I was taught by my best friend's parents, who were successful people, that when you're a young guy or girl, you should be identifying mentors of people that have been successful and going up to them and saying, hey, I'm 24 years old. What do you wish you did differently at 24 years of age? What would you tell your 24-year-old self? Right? And when you get that question, it's really, when a young guy asks me that question now, I want to pour into him because that's a rare question.
Yeah. What do you do for the whole mindset? How do you, I'm reading Millionaire Success Habits by Dean Graziosi. What do you do to be happy?
What do I do to be happy?
Yes.
I think happiness is a super loaded question.
Okay.
You can get happiness in lots of ways. Satisfaction in what you do, relationships. I think we're relational creatures and beings, and we need valuable relationships. You need interaction.
Of course.
It doesn't come from money. For me, my happiness is a lot rooted in freedom, right, and in the ability to do what I want to do when I want to do it, help people how I want to help them. Right now, my kids bring me a ton of happiness, right? You start to think about legacy. You start to do this stuff. It changes, and it'll continue to change, and I don't know what 10 years looks like.
Right.
So, but paradigm shift, making that mindset shift is hard.
How did you do that?
You got to want to do it. You read a lot of books.
You have to want to do it, of course. You have to be open to it.
Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich.
Okay.
You ever heard of that?
Yep. I've never
Simple
read
book.
it. Can't believe I haven't read it because I love audiobooks. But
It's 100 pages,
yeah.
simple.
I should read it.
Talks a lot about positivity and really in the power of belief, right? So your messaging, when I go to your website, I'm a potential client, shouldn't be about what Rob Velez has done. Rob Velez sold this, I did this, I have these credentials, I have this, I have that. You just got to change the wording a little bit to the things that I want to hear internally, which are, how has Rob helped other people? So the other thing that's interesting is they say, if I open your webpage and in 8 seconds I don't know what you do, you failed. 8 seconds, possibly.
When you got into the auto car business, the garage business, did you know anything about it?
So no, I didn't. I had a really good corporate career, and I wanted to do my own thing. I was married, no kids. My wife was making $65,000 or $70,000 a year. We'd saved about $100,000, and I said, "All right, I handed in my resignation. Didn't really have a plan,
Wow.
Had some ideas, but didn't really have a plan, right? And so
That's a huge risk, though, not knowing anything about the business.
it's not a risk.
Why?
Where's your paradigm? So here's the deal. What are you really risking?
There we go.
What are you really risking? Like if you said, I want to go do something else right now, what are you risking? All right, you made good money last year. Okay. Do you own a house?
No.
No. If you can't pay your rent, is somebody going to take you in?
For sure.
Are you going to starve?
Probably not.
No. Somebody will take care of you. Your family will take care of you. Are you committed to busting your ass and saying, you know what, if I fall flat on my face, I'm going to go work at McDonald's? If I have to, I'm going to do that.
Of course.
Then what are you risking, right? What are you really risking? What's the worst thing that could happen to you if you don't do it? What's the worst thing? So for me, I was making a lot of money, but I knew I was super employable. And you know what? I could lose $100,000. My house could get foreclosed on, but we'd still be married. We'd still love each other. I'd have a place to sleep. I wouldn't be hunting for my food.
Yeah.
You know, somebody would help us. And I was committed to doing the work that if I failed, that would get my feet back on the ground. And when you start to shift your paradigm and really look at, you know, what am I risking? You're not risking anything. You're risking not doing it, right? That's really what you're risking. But people operate from this position of fear.
Wow.
That is rooted in evolution and you don't even know it, right? How did we survive all these years? We avoid bad things and failure like you wouldn't believe, because failure led to extinction or death, literally. So our mind, and there's actually science on this, your mind is so wired to avoid failure. You know, how many people do you know that would rather keep $100 in their pocket than spend $100 in the hope to get $200, right? Most people want to hold and hoard resources.
Of course.
And that is really rooted into how you're wired to survive. If you can overcome that, anything's possible, right? It's literally that simple paradigm shift where you're confident in your ability. And if you fail, you know that you're going to pick yourself up and you're going to go get a job at McDonald's.
Right.
And you know what? The truth is, just by you being willing to do that, you wouldn't have to get a job at McDonald's. There's so many employers out there looking. You could go out tomorrow and get a $100,000 job, because most employees punch their, you know, it's a mindset. They punch the clock. They say, I need to get paid more money before I give more effort. And that ain't right. You got to give all the effort and then reap the reward. It's that simple.
It's that simple.
It's that simple. You know, you hear everybody say, get up there and do something, blah, 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 blah. That's the truth. It's like, do the work, learn along the way, be open to doing it. Don't be afraid of risk. Don't take stupid risks. Put some thought into what you're doing.
Calculated, of course.
Yeah, and just put effort out, right? Just put effort out. Most people are lazy. And it's a choice, right? It is a choice.
No doubt.
We're the only species on the planet that has the power of choice.
Everything's a choice.
It's a choice. Everything you do is a choice.
That was great. That's one of my mentors right there. Thank you.
Yeah, I love it. I love that you were doing it. I don't even know you that well, for real. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
Because you're hustling.
Thank you. Means a lot. For sure, it means a lot. Thank you so much. You guys are in for a treat today. Wow. So as we wait here, got a few minutes. The wifey gets here, so we shoot this video. I just have to recap that meeting with Tyler. Holy shit, man. That was crazy. That was too much information. You guys aren't even going to see the half of it. Might put up a full video of the entire interview. Might have him on the podcast so then you can really dig deep into his brain. man of many talents. That was incredible. A few huge takeaways was the time. Like, everywhere you go, the way to create true wealth is to buy other people's time. And then retirement, I asked him, of course, like, what makes you happy, you know? And he was like, the freedom. How do you get freedom? When you can make your passive income equal to the expenses that you have, so you never have to work a day in your life. That's freedom. Wow. There goes my goals for 2019. My passive income needs to equal my expenses. And there you go. That's the vlog. Look at her. She's ready. She's ready to take the diamond.